Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Targeted by Kendra Elliot, performed by Amy McFadden and Alexander Cendese. To my new espresso machine, which fueled me through this book, and to the man who watched me fall in love with espresso in Italy and bought me a machine because he knew I'd never buy it myself. He's pretty smart.
Chapter 1. The scent of death entered his nose. Mason Callahan sniffed again, but the odor vanished in the cool morning air. He stepped out onto the small front porch of the remote cabin, sipping his coffee and watching the low fog slowly weave through the tall firs before the smell had reached him. Inside, the other 4 men still slept. Multiple snores rumbled from the bedrooms. It was the 3rd day of their escape. After years of talking about taking a fishing charter off the Oregon coast, they'd finally made it happen. It'd taken some major shuffling to assign the 5 detectives the same vacation week, but it had been worth it. Yesterday's 15-mile ocean boat trip had netted them more big lingcod than they could eat in a decade. He shrugged and stepped off the porch and circled their vehicles, automatically checking for signs of break-in or low air in the tires. He moved toward the forest, searching for the source of the brief, rancid scent, but he smelled only the fresh pine nearly masking the faint smell of ocean. 2 neatly stacked cords of chopped wood sat in a 3-sided wooden shed. The group had built a fire in the wood stove last night, feeling the chill of the coast that hadn't moved into the valleys. Winter was coming, but Portlanders had experienced a long Indian summer that had bypassed the coast. Mason decided to bring in an armload of wood and fire up the wood stove before the other men woke. He balanced his coffee on the wood pile and started to load his arms. Death reached his nose again. Nothing else smells like death. Coppery and putrid and rank. He froze and then sniffed at the stack in his arms. It's not the wood. He leaned forward and sniffed along the wood pile. It smelled woodsy and musty. His adrenaline spiking, Mason silently set each piece of wood back in its place on the perfect stack. A dead animal must be nearby. He listened for the sound of a bear or cougar or another predator, but all he heard was the quiet rustle of the wind in the high tops of the fir trees. He slowly
Sample complete. Ready to continue?